Okay, I have done a stupid boob move, and that is I have left my key fob in the car and then I locked it. The car is a Mazda 3. Now, the Mazda 3 key fob is censored, so the car knows if the key fob is not there because it just knows. It's got some kind of a sensor. The logic of this Mazda car is kind of stupid because it allows you to lock the car when the key fob is in the car. That is illogical and a flaw in the programming of the Mazda 3. Definitely, I wasn't paying attention and locked the car with the key fob inside. In the old days, before key fobs, I might have had a spare key in my wallet. But with key fobs, you get two key fobs, and I have only one with me, and it is locked in the car. So what would I tell Mazda if I was to write them? I would say, Mazda, why is it that you have a sensor on a key fob that knows where the key fob is inside the car or outside the car, and yet you allow how many Mazda customers to lock the car with the key fob inside? It seems stupid, and it seems like a lot of people have had to call tow trucks, and I'm going to have to call a cab and go probably a $35 cab ride home, and then I'm going to have to get someone else to drive me back with the extra key fob from house, that's where the other one is, to back to the car to unlock the car so I can take the car home. This probably happens quite a bit, Mazda, and I keep asking myself, didn't you ever think that this might happen? And hasn't anybody ever told you, Mazda, that this happened? What is the programming supposed to be about? It's supposed to be about why is it an advantage to have a key fob instead of having a mechanical key? It is supposed to be an advancement on the mechanical key, and I find it to be actually going backwards. Please reprogram all your cars so that this kind of stupid thing that humans do, pretty much everyone has done this, even in the days of mechanical keys, locking your car keys inside your car. But in this particular case, because you have a sensor, etc., etc., please don't do this kind of stupid move when you are programming millions of cars around the world. Duh. Anyways, if you're Homer Simpson, you would probably say "doh," and I'm going to say, yes, it was my error, but I'm going to say again and again, if this is an advanced car, why wasn't this thought about when you were designing the car? I could go on and on, but I keep coming back to the fact, why is it that I have to have a major redo of the whole program of the car because, it was done incorrectly, and how many times has this happened to people, etc.? I'm going around in circles. Do you go around in circles at Mazda and wonder, what is the real advantage of all your gizmos that you put on the car? The answer is you don't even know. You just get these technologies, let's implement them, and we're going to keep up with all the other car makers that use the same technologies. And you never really think about, what is it like for a user to have a car? Everyone that works at Mazda, I'm sure, has got a car and has had this problem of locking their keys in the car. That's all I can tell you, Mazda. I'm just kind of figuring that no one figures it out. No one figures it out. No one ever really does their testing of the car to see, what would an average person do? And if you got a key system, wouldn't you have gone through this exercise at some point in time and said, well, what happens if you lock the key fob in the car? Should you be able to? I'm going around in circles. Why am I going around in circles? Because it's kind of like a logical thing that an engineering team should do. especially if you're making millions of cars. It seems to be a problem because for me, I'm just an average Joe, and if I can figure out that this is some flaw in the logic of your programming in your software in your cars, why didn't you figure it out? I'm Bob Frizzell.